All right, hello and welcome everybody to race number 4 of the EFRL Buckwild 87 Classic Racing Series. Our fourth round will bring us to Dover Motor Speedway, the high banked concrete 1 mile oval, for 150 laps. So far, we have one driver registered for the session, that being yours truly. We'll go out and make some practice laps. Just like last week, this is my first ever start in any car at Dover. In fact, I bought the track 10 minutes ago to join tonight's race. We're going to take a couple laps just to feel it out, and we're really going to try to go for a qualifying lap here. Decent hit into the wall coming out of turn 4 will definitely hurt. The car likes to get tight in turn 4 when you saw exit. So that's something I'll have to watch out for. This is definitely a fun track to make laps on. 26.298 will be my first lap. Let's see if I can get any better the second time around. Oh! And a massive save from the 64 of Hunter Wellman there. Let's go back and watch that one. And my lap time there was about 0.6 of a second slower, with a massive slide coming out of turn 4. They get just a little loose in 4. Look at how sideways that 64 gets. We'll go to TV 2. See if that will show it a little bit better. Right there, almost at a 45-degree angle with the track. A huge save in practice for the 64. We'll go back out on track. Try to give it all we've got. Instead of better qualifying, instead of better laps than that to lead us into qualifying. We only have just under 12 minutes left of practice. Only a few more laps to make. The biggest thing tonight is who can keep the tires under them, manage the tightness in the middle of the corner, and all of the oversteer you'll get on exit. That was a really good corner there for Hunter Wellman. I'm not sure why I'm talking in the third person about myself. I'll probably have to fix that.
You've got the fastest lap.
And that will be a 25.745 for the 64 driver. Definitely some room to improve still, but not too bad for only making 3 or 4 laps around this track. Another slide for the 64. That one will end up in the wall on both ends.
You've got wheel damage.
The same thing happened there.
You've got wheel damage.
Same thing I did last time there. Just gave it a little too much throttle on exit, and around I went. That wall comes up quickly out of four. Drivers, mainly me, are going to have to be careful to not touch that wall or the apron like I just did in turn two. Let's go ahead and get another warm up. Let's go ahead and count that as a warm up lap, shall we? A really good exit out of four, just a tad loose. Into the wall. 64W once again. Go ahead and take to the pits, reset our car. See if maybe we got a little damage from all the times we hit the wall. Oh, just a little too fast exiting there. We'll have to reset and try again. Dive down now, try to get a good exit out of turn four. Just barely hitting the wall, but not enough for it to register in the simulator. Once again, a little loose on turn two. Decent corner there. Let's see
You've got the fastest lap.
A 25.640, 10th faster than the previous fastest lap set by me. Another slide. This seems to be a recurring thing. I'll go out to the inside.
You've got wheel damage.
We'll go ahead and watch that fast lap back. I'm not sure how good of a lap time this is when you compare it to the rest of the users on iRacing, but for this session, it's not too bad. Only one driver on the roster tonight, that being Hunter Wellman, setting the fastest lap with a 25.640. Coming out of turn four. Just a little too much throttle. It's almost in the same spot every time. EFRL would like to thank Buck Wild Racing and Astro Towing for sponsoring the league. Buck Wild Racing being the title sponsor and Astro Towing being your victory lane sponsor. You will hear from the race winner after tonight's races in the Astro Towing victory lane. whether that is me or another driver. We'll go ahead and take a little break here, try to recoup, see what we can do better, and we'll hit the track in the last couple minutes of practice, 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. I wonder if you can drive into the victory lane at Dover. Why don't we go ahead and test that momentarily? That's an invisible wall. I know a few of the tracks on iRacing got updates where you could drive the victory lane. We'll go ahead and try that real quick. That's definitely speeding into the pit lane, but we don't really care about that at the moment. See, it looks like you would be able to enter right there.
Pit boxing 10.
Yeah, I'm hitting the invisible wall.
10. 5.
There we go.
Right here.
Looks like you can, in fact, drive into victory lane at Dover. I was just in the wrong spot. I do believe you would be raised up at some point. Go to the chopper cam, and there I am. Maybe you don't get raised up. I thought it was an elevator like Bristol. Looks like I am in there the wrong way, but that's okay. We will have plenty of time to fix it if no more drivers register. Now, minute 28 remaining in the session. Let's go set one more lap before we move on to qualifying. If we hurry, we might just have time for two. We'll be cutting close now. IRacing won't count. We'll throw it a little deeper into the corner there, but just a little tight. I do feel like we gained a lot of time though. We're definitely shredding these tires, but I do think this will be our new fastest lap of the night. It will not be. It will be 200ths of a second slower. Ooh, and a huge slide for the 64W. He'll overcorrect and smack both the outside and inside retaining wall. That wasn't very fun, but that will have to do. End of practice, one driver on the roster, and it is Hunter Wellman with the fastest lap of a 25.640. We will now move on to qualifying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is qualifying time. Your drivers, or me in this case, will have 2 laps to set their fastest lap possible. Drivers will be ranked from fastest lap time to slowest lap time, with the fastest lap time getting the pole position. Being as there is only one driver on the roster so far, I do believe I will get pole position, but I will not count my chickens. Yeah, I won't count my chickens until they hatch. I think that's how the saying goes.
Green flag, green flag.
I will not count on it 100%.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Get a little tight in one. Try to carry too much speed in. He won't be as loose heading into turn 2 though. A big slide in turn 3. Can Hunter save it? Yes, he can, but it will cost him all of his speed.
One more lap.
If that wasn't the lap the 64 needed for pole, that is a 28.848. Now his tires are shredded. Will I be able to set a faster second lap or not? Another slide in turns 3 and 4. This time he won't be able to save it. He will wreck to the line. Or can he make it?
Your car is leaking fluid.
Put the clutch
Looks like
in,
your car
trying
is
to let
toast.
it
You'll
roll
need
to
to
the
tow back to pit
finish
lane.
line to get a
Press and
time.
hold the reset button and we'll come and get you.
7 miles an hour coming to the finish. Hunter Wellman on pole position as of now, but will he make his second lap? Yes, he will. His second lap will be a
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
unknown. iRacing counted it as invalid, and I will not have it scored. Well, that was very anticlimactic. Well, we'll have to wait to see if any more drivers register while qualifying is going, if it doesn't fast forward. Still 7 minutes remaining in the session. 10 minutes are given to the drivers to prepare for their qualifying lap and execute it. I have completed both of my qualifying laps technically. Oh, I'm not sure if I have admin privileges or not, but I have the ability to fast forward the session. Well, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is over. Hunter Wellman is on pole, and being the only driver registered, he is tonight's race winner.
There are 3 additional sets of tyres during this race.
Ladies and gentlemen, this race is supposed to be 150 laps with 3 additional sets of tires. However, being I am by myself, I will save company equipment and not run the entire race distance. Normally, this would be the part where I as broadcaster go through your starting grid, potentially telling you who to look out for. But there is only one car on track besides the pace car, and the pace car is not scored in this race. So Hunter Wellman, as soon as he takes the green flag, will be tonight's race winner. We have had 4 different races in this series, and now 3 different winners, that being Dustin Buck, your winner at Daytona and Rockingham, Lee Krause, your winner in Atlanta, and Hunter Wellman, your winner at Dover. This is definitely not the result I was expecting tonight. Ladies and
Let's
gentlemen,
get
if
ready,
any of
going
you
green.
are on iRacing and would like to join this league, we do
Motor
have a
car's off,
Discord
time to
and
do
a
your job.
Facebook page if you would like to register. Coming to the Echo Park restart, so
Green flag,
take the
green
green
flag.
flag. Down into turn one, Hunter Roman will have the inside, and he will be able to keep it as he is the only car on track. Ladies and gentlemen, lap one in the books. Hunter Roman setting a 32.48 second. I'll definitely have to set something faster than that. Every race, a point is awarded to the driver who leads, who has led a lap, has led the most laps, and sets the fastest lap. I will be on track to do all three tonight. 25.345 for Hunter Roman there, much faster than any lap set in practice or qualifying. Little tight in turn 3 there, that is not good for tires. Actually, these tires will be wearing soon enough. Last lap was 25.617. Oh, hitting the wall for Hunter Roman. Let's see if this lap is any better. At 25.975, that tire fall off is starting to affect me already. I pushed a little too hard in the beginning going for the fastest lap. Tight in turn 1 and 2. I'll diamond the corner a little bit. Have a nice balanced exit, not too loose off the corner. That time I'll skate up the track. Let's see what lap time we get there. 26.136. Not sure if it's the tire or the driver, but I'm already 0.8 of a second slower than I was at the beginning of the race. We are only 7 laps in. Slide for the 64. He'll be able. He saved it, but then immediately goes into another slide, destroying his car.
We've got big problems with that engine. I bet you lost a lot of power.
And I
You've
think
got wheel
that'll
damage.
be it for the
Looks like your
64
car is
tonight.
toast. You'll need to tow back to pit lane. Press and hold the reset button and we'll come and get you. We can't fix the damage. I'm afraid it's over.
Well, you heard it from my spotter. I have wrecked myself out just 7 laps into this feature. Well, once again, we would like to thank Buckwild Racing for being the title sponsor of the Extreme Forces Racing League Classic Series, or the Buckwild Racing Classic Series, rather. We would like to thank Astro Towing for sponsoring the Victory Lane segment of tonight's broadcast, which we will go on ahead with right now. Tonight's race winner, Hunter Wellman, racing 7 laps, completing 6 of them, and leading all 6, getting the pole for tonight and the fastest lap award. Normally we would have driver interviews. However, you guys, I have heard me all 4 weeks. We usually sorry, I cannot talk today. We usually reserve the interview for the drivers who don't get much time on TV other than their cars being shown. Well, looks like that'll be all for tonight's broadcast. I'll go ahead and get a victory lane picture from earlier in practice. keep this picture just so the drivers know who won tonight's race. All right, well, I do believe this is my 10th win in the Extreme Forces Racing League. I have 8 in the rookie dirt mini stock series from season 5. I have won this season in the Legend series and now won this season in the Classic series. Real quick, just before we log off for tonight, let's go ahead and see where our drivers are racing next week. Go ahead and look at the schedule. Next week, we are heading to the high banks of Bristol, another high banked concrete oval. Only half the distance, though. Dover is a 1 mile and Bristol is a half mile. We will be there for 100 laps and we will have 3 sets of tires to use. All right, that is all I have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, another huge thank you to Buck Wild Racing and Astro Towing for sponsoring the Classic Series. I have been Hunter Wellman, and you all have a wonderful evening.